Okay, good afternoon and welcome to NWCR's Removing the Liberal Blindfold for this Thursday, the 23rd day of July in the year of our Lord 2020. Today's update is, again, another good one. If you believe, President Trump feels the same way as we do. And this lack of concern for the law in the liberal citadels of lawlessness like Minneapolis, Portland, and Albuquerque, where I live, have taken their toll, and he has finally decided to send federal officers to these cities. And the reactions from the mayors and the governors of these cities and states is horrible, to say the least. And this is from Breitbart News, and give a listen, for this is what is going on, folks. President Donald Trump will send federal law enforcement agents to Chicago and Albuquerque as violent crimes continues to plague the Democrat-controlled cities, according to a Wednesday report. The expansion of Operation Legend, or Legend, a Justice Department operation that includes agents from the FBI, U.S. Marshal Service, Drug Enforcement Administration and Bureau of Alcohol and Tobacco, Firearms and Explosives, comes without the express invitation of local mayors, some of whom are threatening to fight the surge of federal forces in the courts. The federal law enforcement agents sent to Kansas City and other cities under the Operation Legend are from the Department of Justice. Tim Garrison, the U.S. Attorney for the Western District of Missouri, assured Kansas citizens earlier this week that they would not be engaging in the same activities as the DHS agents in Portland. McClatchy's report comes after Chicago Mayor Lori Lightfoot, Democrat, said Tuesday evening that she will not, quote, allow Donald Trump's troops to come into Chicago and terrorize their citizens, unquote. Earlier Tuesday, Lightfoot said that she expects the Trump administration to send federal agents to help the city combat crime, but would operate in a different capacity than law enforcement officers in the riot-plagued Portland. What I understand at this point, and I caveat that, is that the Trump administration is not going to foolishly deploy unnamed agents to the streets of Chicago, the mayor told reporters at a press conference. We have information that allows us to say that, at least at this point, that we don't see a Portland-style deployment coming to Chicago. Unlike what happened in Portland, what we will receive is resources that are going to plug in the existing federal agencies that we work with on a regular basis to help manage and suppress crime. Violent crime, she added. I've been very clear that we will welcome actual partnership, but we will not welcome dictatorship, unquote. This week, Lightfoot joined Portland Mayor Ted Wheeler, also a Democrat, and other mayors in demanding the federal government remove its law enforcement agents from their cities. And now to remove the liberal blindfold here, folks. You will seldom see the truth from the Democrats, like I said yesterday. These mayors are now going bonkers and batshit crazy because the president has done what he has the right to do. Send in troops when the mayors can't or will not fix the problems in their cities. And all these cities and more have these problems that the mayors refuse to fix. Portland, Oregon has been the worst, as it went into total meltdown this weekend when the federal officers arrived to help stem the tide of violence and lawlessness that this city has not been willing to stop. We are a nation of laws. And when the authorities of a city won't follow those laws and then let the criminal element take over, then the president's duty is to protect the people. In sending the federal officers to quell the violence that has erupted in these cities, he is doing what he is president for, keeping the people safe. And that even means when the authorities of the cities won't do it. Mayor Lightfoot of Chicago has given ultimatums to the president to get those federal troops out of her city. So has the mayor of Portland and Albuquerque too. These mayors may be running these cities, but when the president does this to protect the people, it is because the mayors will not do it. Mayor Lightfoot of Chicago and Mayor Ted Wheeler of Portland have both demanded the troops be removed. Mayor Lightfoot said, and I quote, "I will not allow President Donald Trump's troops to come to Chicago and terrorize our residents," unquote. First off, Mayor Lightfoot, right now, who are the ones terrorizing your residents? BLM? Antifa? You? The president has every right to do what he is doing because his job is to protect the American people. Yours is too, on a smaller scale, but you seem to be leaving that out of your agenda, as is Mayor Ted Wheeler. Here in New Mexico, the mayor of Albuquerque has not had the press that the other two, but if he wants federal officers out, then my suggestion to him, Lightfoot and Wheeler, is to start doing your freaking jobs. The president isn't putting up with your inadequacies anymore, and neither are the people. And I'm also saying this to the governors, like Grisham of New Mexico, too. The people are getting sick and damn tired of your tyrannical ways, and we want our freedoms back. Now. God bless America. God bless our troops. And as a friend of mine used to always say, we will not be ruled, and that is if we don't allow it. This is Robert the Infidel, and I will see you all again on Monday. And remember, NWCR's Removing the Liberal Blindfold is brought to you through Conservative Nation Media, where America always wins. Tomorrow is my radio show on Blog Talk Radio at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. Have a blessed weekend.